doesn't seem to register. It seem to be coming sooner than my GPS says, so I don't know which one's more accurate and where they're registering the mileage from. It's interesting. If I find one on the way down, I'll point it out. It's pretty easy to find because they're big poles sticking out of the ground. Well, not big, but they're white. So green. It's amazing. It's like a totally different hike compared to summer. It's full of flowers and wildlife. All this morning there was a bunch of millipedes or centipedes, these black worm-like things with legs all over the place. It's really neat. I was in a hurry to get up here, otherwise I would have stopped and looked at one. If I see one again, I'll point it out. Well, it's good March Madness. It's almost the St. Patrick's Day, actually. So it's March 12th, and St. Patrick's Day is this week. Let's see. So on Friday, is it Friday? Oh Lord, St. Patrick's Day is on Friday. Oh, that's not good. What a great way to start the weekend. St. Patrick's Day. Green liquor and stuff to make people drive like fools on Friday. Great. I'm gonna stay home. Hide. I don't know. We'll see. There's so many people camping here, and it's amazing to see them camping when the river is so deep. And it's like people putting risking their lives crossing this river just to like pan for gold. And I'm like, well, I guess if it's really that important, I don't even know if it's profitable. But there's a lot of panning operations going on this river, and I'd be curious to find out if there's any return on investment. So once we get down this stretch, we have to go down a hill, and then we'll be at the first river crossing. First of 5. There's totally 5, because even though you have to change your shoes 3 times, the middle one is one crossing, not 2. So at night, when the lights hit these bushes, they look like night lights. They have some sort of reflectiveness to them. I wonder if it's just like because they're flat surface or what, but it really kind of looks like it's lit up. And so it was really neat to look at. The other thing that's neat coming up is these rivers that I've never seen active are flowing from the side of the hill. So there's a lot of water going on right now, which is really neat to see. Of course, it's surprising because I've never seen water in these 2 locations the many times I've been on this trip, and it's like, oh well, that makes sense. I was like, well, I always thought it was just dried up and you know, they flow at winter time, but it's spring and I guess it's still melting up there, so gotta go somewhere. These rocks are neat. I'm not a geologist, so I don't know what these are, but they look almost volcanic. Yes. It's a whole lot of them that comes down. They break off during winter, I'm sure, and then during the thaw, you know. Morning.
How you doing?
Good. You?
Good.
Good. Now I wonder, if you whistle a song, do you have to like take copyright claims if you do it on YouTube? I'm curious. I'm curious to know because I like whistling, and when I'm hiking, it's kind of like the old adage, started when you on Snow White, whistle while you work. Now if I have to copyright Walt Disney, you know, every time I mention something is copywritten work. That's the silly thing about laws, and if you're going to be broadcasting stuff, I guess it kind of falls under Creative Commons. Like, I am producing this is my own wording. I'm not advertising anything, so I guess you can't really say I'm promoting something, and therefore, because it's my work of art, I own it. And so there. Yeah, I think there's only about 1,700 feet of elevation on this. Definitely need to do like 2 of these in a row before doing Baldy again. So I'll have to Saturday go hike this, and then Sunday hike it again, just to get some serious elevation changes and some mileage. Because if I do 9 miles times 2, that's 18. That should be enough training for the Baldy, which is like almost 4,000 foot. I think it's 39. And then I think it's like 12 miles, 10 or 12. But anyways, the thing with Baldy is it's just straight up, no relenting. It's about the same distance, but just straight up. So I definitely need a lot more practice before I attempt Baldy again. But I'm gonna try to attempt Baldy before July. So got a few months to practice. Got a lot of training lined up. Gonna be doing a lot of power lifting with my legs, a lot of squats and other things, and then of course leg extensions, leg curls. Lots of leg days, as legs are your largest muscle, so the larger your leg muscles are, the easier it is for you to walk around. And since I have a lot of extra weight, it's helpful. And then, you know, if you have a large muscle mass, you burn more calories during the day, and therefore theoretically it's a great way to lose weight. So that's why I like hiking, because it's a good way to get out, get away from my computers. I see nothing but electronics all day long, all day, every day, 7 days a week. And when I see a bunch of trees and bushes. It just resets me, brings me back to peace and serenity. And there's somebody camping over there. I don't know if you can see the green tent. Definitely greener, but for my friends in Texas, it's definitely as dry as a bone compared to Texas. Texas is so green. Southern states get a lot of greenery. Georgia, Florida, Texas. But it seems like Arizona and New Mexico and stuff like that aren't so much. So it's like the green belt starts around Texas somewhere. It's probably around the Rockies. That's why the East Coast gets better seasons, because there's more wetness. It's probably the wrong word. You get me. So this is mile marker 4. So three more of those to see, and then we're out of here. I don't know if I'll find them, but I'll try. I see people coming up here when it's like been broad daylight and it's like noon. Like when we get here at like 6 or so, and we get up to the top by 9, we spend an hour up there, and then start coming down like by noonish. We're in the middle of this thing, and we're seeing people still just starting to come up, and it's like, in the heat of the sun, you couldn't have waited an hour? I don't know. It's just very dehydrating to come up here when it's like midsummer and it's like midday during one of the hottest days of the year, and you're like you have to carry a lot more water. Like I only have a 2-liter pack on me, and I haven't hardly had any. Speaking of which, I need to drink some. And looks like somebody's getting up. Just barely waking up, sticking their head out the tent, going, why am I here? Why am I in a tent in the middle of a valley next to a river? Is it really worth it to have all this gear for just a little bit of gold? I mean, I guess if you live off the land and you're very minimalistic, you could probably do with a small footprint, but you get to carry all this stuff up here, bring it all the way back. I mean, Jesus, have mercy on us. That's just too much work for like nothing. Like, I don't know, man. It better be paying out some serious revenue then for these people to be doing this, because it just seems like a lot of work. Oh, we got a backpacker. Look at this grass everywhere. It's amazing. Didn't see that last year. Oh, interesting. All right, this is the hill.